but I can't record the movie we just watched because I can't find my camera. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we are reviewing all the films I've watched this year in 2023. The next film is in November, came out November 22nd, and that is Napoleon, which is distributed by Apple TV and directed by Ridley Scott. It stars Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon and Vanessa Kirby as Josephine. Sorry. This entire review is going to be a little different than the rest of them. I could not find my camera when I came home from watching Napoleon, so I just started recording on my phone. And so I'm doing that here, and I'm also not going to be editing it as much. I find it's easier for me to talk about films for some reason on Snapchat to that very small group of people on there. So when I do it for YouTube, I get a little bit more anxious. I don't know why, and I have to edit out a lot of likes, moments. So I'm a little bit more free-flowing here. But I do apologize for the rest of the review. I was a little intoxicated that night. So yeah, it's a little bit more scattered of a review than normal. But this is Napoleon, which if you guys know, like I tease later on, my husband, he does know who Napoleon Bonaparte is. He just thought I meant like Napoleon Dynamite, I guess, at the moment. But Napoleon Bonaparte, who was the general emperor of France. And I'm going to just say a couple of things here and then let my little drunk version that night talk about the rest of it. But in first watching, and again being intoxicated, I did think this was a great film. However, looking back, there are a lot of historical facts that are incorrect. So if you're looking for a historical piece correctly told about Napoleon's life, this isn't it. There's a lot of differences. Napoleon was not as old. In fact, Joaquin Phoenix is probably the age that Napoleon passed away at. And his wife, Josephine, was actually older than him, hence the infertility that she was suffering through that caused them to divorce, as well as one thing that was of huge confusion in this movie was their goal was for her to have an heir, so he could have an heir, so a son, and he ends up getting another woman pregnant with the son. We never see the son again. Like, Josephine even holds the baby and says, "You'll never know what I sacrificed for you." But in reality, not Joaquin Phoenix, but Napoleon had many sons and babies and children from different women. So that was definitely an incorrection from depiction of the film from real life. Also, there's actually quite a few that are just like it's not realistic. A lot of the battles are cut down to barely anything compared to the magnitudes that they were. Napoleon knocking down the Egyptian pyramids, that didn't happen in real life. He was not there for the beheading of, I believe it was Queen Elizabeth. I could be wrong there, but he was not there. He was like on the other side of probably past town when she was beheaded, but in the film it makes it look like he's right there. Just little things. So if you're looking for like a historically accurate, this is not it. But to me, it's still interesting. And let's see, there's something else I was going to say mainly, because I'm just hitting on a few points. I'm not going to go into a deep dive of everything. But overall, I do think the film was really good, really great. I do think Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. He wouldn't have been the person I would have envisioned as being Napoleon, but I think he did a great job. I just think a lot of people may get upset with how this isn't really the most accurate depiction of Napoleon, but we do have documentaries. And although it was a long movie, I am excited for the 4-hour cut that they will be releasing on Apple TV. I would like to see a lot more of what could have been in this film, because to dwindle Napoleon Bonaparte's story to just 2 hours, that's actually really short for that. So I kind of think it does need a longer take, and so we're going to get that, and I'm really excited for it. My views on the fact that this is more a love story and a toxic love story. Napoleon and Josephine, I kind of agree. I could care less about the love story. I do like love stories. I don't really care for the toxic ones. And if you're going to show that toxicity, I think they should have shown a little bit more accuracy on how Josephine was actually the master manipulator in the whole thing. She, like, in this film, he was the one who said, you'll be nothing without me. And then she kind of weirdly says it back. She's like, now you repeat that you'll be nothing without me. And I'm like, okay, he already said that to you, you know. And I don't know, she didn't seem as sure of herself in this depiction. But in reality, she was older than him. She kind of used him a lot and manipulated their situations a lot. So I kind of wish that they had shown that aspect more. But other than that, it's really great. I'm going to give it for, where is the one I need? That's a good one. Yeah. Acting, cinematic, there's intrigue, story, script, editing. So that, give it a B+ overall. It's really good. Wasn't the best, but I definitely will rewatch it and enjoy it. And I don't know, I think it's a really good film. So it's a good movie. The reason I'm laughing is because I asked Jeff if he even knew who Napoleon was, and he's like, Napoleon Dynamite? So you have like Napoleon Bonaparte from like centuries ago, doing all these battles, winning all these wars, having to go into isolation, being like, everyone's gonna remember my name, just for this generation to be like, Napoleon Dynamite? Like, I don't know why. That just makes me laugh. But it was a good film. It was kind of long, kind of lengthy. I didn't take a bathroom break, but it was still long. And I feel like you would have to know the actual history of Napoleon Bonaparte, not Dynamite, in order to understand and appreciate the movie. But they did really good. They didn't make him as comical as I think he was in real life. A lot of people didn't take him too seriously. But I think they went out of order on the timeline. But overall, it was really well done. I thought it was rated R, so I really thought it was going to... So this just in, Napoleon is rated R. Either movies are like, I don't know, I feel like the ratings on them are just different nowadays, or I'm just so, I think once you see like Terrifier 2 level of shit, Human Centipede, like level shit, rated R just seems so soft nowadays. Like, that didn't seem rated R. And it's not like I have to see gore or anything, or nudity and all that crap or whatever. It's not like I'm like, that will make the film better. But I just feel like there are some stories out there, historical stories, such as Napoleon Bonaparte or the Joker from Suicide Squad, or things like even... What's the next one I'm going to do? Five Nights at Freddy's. That one I understand. It would have been, that one's one that's like, it would have been better if it was rated R, but I understand why it's not, because it's more gravitated towards kids. But the other ones, when you're talking about history, not the Joker. Joker, if you read the comic books, he needs to have a rated R film for himself. Wait, did he? He did have a rated R film. And he was played by Joaquin Phoenix, who played Napoleon Bonaparte. Sorry, mind blown. I'm just putting all these pieces together. That was rated R? In the Joker? I don't know, R's so soft nowadays. Like, nothing really happened. Like, why is it rated R? Like, even in, like, I understand. Okay, so my point was that in Napoleon Bonaparte, it's historical, back in history. Like, they didn't give a damn about censorship. Like, they're blowing people up, they're fucking people left and right, all this stuff. So it's like, to portray history, and that's why, like, Disney, them trying to adapt the Disney stories to real life, Pocahontas, if they ever adapt that, that needs to be rated R, because it's not a happy story at all. And so, I guess it was rated R. I just think it could have shown a bit more rated Rness to it to make it seem more real, because they jumped timelines a lot because they weren't showing what the parts you would think were rated R. It'd be like, oh, sleep with this woman. She looks over, cut screen, oh, she's pregnant. Oh, in my head, I'm like, oh, this must be rated PG-13. I don't know why Napoleon, who had all these battles and everything, is PG-13, but I guess maybe to teach some kids about Napoleon, maybe teach people like Jeff about Napoleon. No, it's rated R. I don't know why they would cut scenes, maybe for time, but like, they could cut out something else, like other stuff. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't, it takes away the realism of it, I guess, for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I am a freak. I don't know. But overall, it is really good. It is a really great film. The one part that I always hate about battle scenes is the horses. And you actually see one, like a lot of them up close die, but one was Napoleon's horse. And I just read a poem on Facebook a couple of years ago, and I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I have makeup on. This is real makeup. This is not a filter, so I'm not gonna cry it away. But there's a post on Facebook, to say it really fast, rip the Band-Aid off. From the perspective of a horse that was in battle, that, like, sure, human, you're choosing to go into battle, to go fight for your country, that's great, that's brave, whoop-de-fucking-do. However, that animal did not ask for that. That animal doesn't know what's going on. As y'all know, like, animals are very sensitive to loud noises, so for cannons, guns, and all this stuff to be going on, and then them get blown up, shot, killed, all that stuff, like, I'm not gonna cry, it just is mean. It's not nice. So that part kind of got me. But besides that, I'm just a little bitch when it comes to animals' deaths. And I like that they weren't CGI'd or anything, but I don't know. It just was sad to see. I'm sure their deaths were not real, duh. That's called prosthetics or CGI, but like, yeah. That part just makes me sad. But other than that, it's a good movie. If you want to go see it. Yeah. And I don't think it'll be the last movie I see in 2023. I'm hoping to see Wonka. I guess Maxine's just not going to fucking happen. That's the one I really love. I would definitely recommend you guys seeing it. If you guys like this movie, if you've seen it, let me know what you thought. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. We are almost done with the year. I need to see Wonka before the end of the year.
Wait! Nice! It's a trap! Retreat! I'm not built like other men.
I believe I speak for all of us. We will all sleep again without this vermin.
Whose country are we in?